setting that up, let's move it right here. How can I move this so it doesn't? My shoe. Get my shoe. Okay, there we go. My Crocs. Whoop. Okay. I don't want y'all to see my messy counter though. Maybe, can I? Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna be here. Hi y'all. Hi Teresa. How are you doing? It has been a long day, but I have got a special little live for y'all. How are y'all doing today? I don't know if you can hear it. I've got a little friend here with me who is purring, which is the loveliest thing to hear. Oh goodness. I'm gonna let some of y'all come in before I show y'all this cuteness. Are you biting me? Oh, what happened? You can't move like that. Baby, you can't move like that. You're gonna hurt yourself. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here with Little Bit and Daffy, who, if you didn't know, I didn't post a whole lot about that, but Little Bit and Daffy got spayed. So I'm going to show y'all these cuties. Now they're laying, this is also Chia's blanket, so it's a little bit messy. There's a lot going on in here. But here's Miss Daffy in her surgery suit. This is one of the surgery suits I've got. It is oranges. I've got 6 in rotation. They are doing good. Miss Daff is purring. I was scratching her back here and she moved really quickly. So the incisions are down here, obviously, and it's small. It's actually smaller than Loveland's was. But here's Daffy Dill. Such a sweet girl. Yes. There's my dab. And then here's my little Betty. Now, they are not happy. They are high on pain meds. Are you shaking? That happened with Loveland. She got the shakes. Oh my goodness. I have this blanket in here for them. I have their kennels if they want to go in there. They told me to give them food and water. So that they might also throw that up and that's normal with how the anesthesia goes. We haven't gotten that yet. Yeah, in a week, they're not even going to remember what actually happened, but the recovering is, you know, it's going to be a while. And Miss Daffy here was actually in heat. So they said, you know, she can't go outside for 30 days. Now, they obviously can't go back outside until they're healed. I know some cats, outdoor cats, get spayed all the time, but, you know, my babies, I want them to heal the best that they can, because these are, yeah, I think a little bit shaking. Are you shaking? Oh, you're so sleepy. She's not shaking because she's cold. This happened with Loveland. She started getting the shakes from the anesthesia, like wearing off. They've got their food plate behind them that they cleared. They gave them some wet food. I think they're starting to come down from the anesthesia. I don't know what time they got fixed. So I'm not sure how long they've been awake. This is the part I hate about it. She's so out of it. I think, hold on. Baby, are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, you are so out of it. Little bit. What is... Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna put y'all down for a minute. I don't think this is out of the ordinary. I'm just gonna... Come here. Hey. Come here. Okay. Oh, you saw my strawberry crock. Thank you. I'll hold it up and show you. It's my strawberry Crocs. And okay, Miss Littlebit's fine. I just needed to, I think she was just trying to fall asleep. I just always worry, you know, spays are necessary, but surgery is still surgery and it's still very, very, very scary. Okay, I'm gonna get her comfy so she doesn't have to move. Don't mind the mess, y'all. Today has been wild. Okay, it's okay. I'm gonna put you behind me on the bed, okay? I'm gonna put you on the bed. There. Yeah, that's a comfy bed. That's a Now, with the surgery suits, the first couple days, they hate it. And they can't like move in it. They're not used to it. And so it's really good because it keeps them inactive, but it also keeps their incision clean. And so nobody can lick it. Now, for probably the first week, for sure, they'll be in here in the bathroom or in bed with me. Are you trying to move, little bitty? Yeah, get some water, girl. Daffy's asleep. I always just get scared. I know it's not likely that there are any complications, but I just, I worry, like, is something gonna, like, happen? Are they gonna stop breathing or something in their sleep? Surgeries scare me, and spays are more invasive than a neuter, and they are on pain meds, but I'm gonna have to give them pain meds tomorrow morning, and then I think tomorrow night, so they don't want them on a whole lot. But yeah, it's hard. My little mommy heart is hurting. I know they're glad to be home, but they were very upset with me this morning. We tried a different place since, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like our traditional vet's offices are very expensive and to get spays. So we tried a place called Texas Litter Control today. And for both of them, it was $100, which was amazing because that is, if you know anything about getting animals spayed, it's like really expensive, especially for cats. And so we were able to get it done really cheap today because even though we have the money and the abilities, you know, if somebody can do it and still be just as efficient, you know, we still do try to save money so we can, you know, do things for the babies. And we weren't like, we didn't just choose this place. We asked for our vet to recommend a good place. And Texas Litter Control was really great. You know, they did their vaccines and they said, you know, come back in 3 weeks and we'll do their boosters as well. They asked me, you know, do you want to get them tested for feline leukemia? Do you want to give them that vaccine? They asked me every vaccine. They were really good. They asked me if they wanted to microchip them. When I said no to that, because they're on a farm, you know, they're like, okay, do you want to, and they're like, are you sure it's just like a permanent ID? You know, it's not a tracking thing or anything. I was like, no, because I just didn't want to add any unnecessariness. Even though it was free, I didn't feel good about it. I didn't feel like, yes, let's do it, which is kind of, I'm either 100% in or not. And so I hadn't talked with Ellie about it. I didn't know about it. So I was just like, no, let's not, you know. I was like, we live on a farm. Hi, Luffy. We live on a farm. So she's like, oh, you live on a farm, so they're barn cats. Do you want me to notch their ear to indicate that they're fixed? And I was like, no, don't worry about it. Like, they're indoor, outdoor. I keep an eye on them. They gave them a little tattoo to indicate that they're fixed. So it was really nice. I'm gonna show my love. The cats. Here's little Daff. Just passed out. She's doing good. And then, hold on, let's see. Little Bit is here behind me. Oh, hi, baby. I know. She's in, this was a bed I bought for the cats. And then, you know, Chia took it over. Are you kneading? That's so good, little girl. That's so good. So, me and Ali, actually, since he's on, he can attest to it. Well, we were in the car on the way home. I was filming, of course, and he was paying attention to the road, but we came up with a really new series idea for those of you who love our cats. Now, the first like 3 of them won't have our cats in it, but we were just sitting, when we were talking about this update, we talked for like 10 minutes and I was like, man, we could talk about our cats forever. And I was like, how fun would it be for me and him just to talk about our cats? Of course, I can put in pictures and little videos as we talk over. I can do some editing magic. Well, Ellie can do some editing magic. But, you know, we have quite a few cats and it's a very interesting dynamic here. And so we actually just started, we filmed like 3 videos of just talking about our cats. So like the first video, I think is our hierarchy of our cats, like who's number 1 and who's number 11, you know, how do they rank, who's higher on the totem pole than the others. And that was really fun to talk about. You learn a lot about each of the cats that way. We've got who's the best behaved and who's the worst behaved. We're doing a spotlight on our cats. And now, right now, I don't have videos of the cats, but I might be able to go in and just get some videos of them and then splice like the footage together. So you're like watching videos of the cats while we're talking about it instead of watching us. But we did a spotlight today on Daffodil. We did like a funny thing about the cats. And this is all gonna go on Facebook, by the way. This will be like a Facebook exclusive because I filmed it up and down, so it has to go on Facebook. But one funny thing about our cats that I did, and Ellie will tell you this too, is I gave them all a number. So that's a very teacher thing to do, is to assign a number to a kid, and then you know, like, okay, every folder marked number 1 is for, I thought that was a donkey. It's definitely a car. Every folder marked number 1 is for the kid that corresponds. Someone said they counted it out and the goats are due around Valentine's Day. Love that. I'll talk about that in a minute after I get done talking about the cats. And I'm also gonna remember your question. What are they saying? So yeah, every cat has a number. And so what we did is when we're doing the spotlights on the cats, we did a random spinner. And so today we got number 8 and Daffy's number 8. So we did a spotlight on her, just talking about her and her antics. So Vanessa asked, what did she ask? She said, do the kitties sleep at night, generally speaking, or do they stay up and cat around? Every cat is different. A lot of y'all know we like to stay up so we can kind of, especially right now on baby watch, so we can kind of watch what's going around on the farm at night. Just kind of what we do. We're also night owls, so it helps. I'd say most nights, okay, here's the thing about me and Ellie. If we have something to do, like if it's a day where we, like tomorrow, we have somewhere we have to go, and I teased that today in my YouTube video and Facebook where I said, hey, we're doing something cool tomorrow, and you'll get to hear about it tomorrow. We have somewhere to go tomorrow. We have to get up and leave the farm and do all that. So we have to get up early, make preparations, all that, get back late, you know, all these things. On those days, or like today where we had to leave the house at 6:30 to take the cats. I actually just let Ellie sleep. That's a whole thing. I believe I uploaded that to Facebook about what happened this morning. But what was I saying? Yeah, on those days, those are the days we tend to go to sleep really, really late. I don't know what it is. If it's like putting off going to sleep because you're just not ready to get to that. I don't know what it is, but we went to sleep really late. Most nights I clock out at like 11:30 or 12, and I know that seems crazy for me, but I do. You can ask Ellie. Or I'll fall asleep at like 9 on the couch, and then by like midnight I move to the bedroom and I sleep and then wake up at like 7, you know? So it just kind of depends, but normal nights we go to bed at a decent time for us, and then it's the days that we have to go do something, we always sleep in, or we don't go to sleep until late. So it depends on the night. I would say the cats that sleep the most, that sleep at night, is definitely Loveland. Loveland sleeps at night because she sleeps next to me and Ellie. I think Cake sleeps at night. Cup does not sleep at night a lot at all. But Cup's not noisy. Cup just likes to get into trouble, but he knows better because if I hear him while I'm trying to sleep, he gets in trouble if he's getting into something. Noodle does not sleep at night. For all of you that love Mr. Noodle, spoiler alert, when we get to who's the best behaved and who's the worst, Noodle is one of the worst behaved cats. He is the loudest by far. He's like the loudest cat that I own. He is just always in something. He's got way too much energy. Wow, but he's a good boy. And so then that makes, who does Noodles? Lavelle sometimes sleeps at night. Little Orange, all day, all night sleeping. Daffy sleeps at night. Daffy's shaking. It's okay, baby. Daffy sleeps through the night. Little Bit sleeps through the night unless they're outside. Gunpowder sleeps. So really, it's just Noodle. It's Noodle and Stormy that are normally up at night causing trouble. Normally. It's okay, Daffy. I know, honey. We show the viewers your face. I know you're shaking, baby. You just gotta go to sleep. Sleep through it, baby girl. You gotta sleep through it. The sleep's gonna help you heal, baby. Yes. Oh my goodness. She's purring. She's trying. My poor girls. Look at that adorable face. But yeah, the cats, they all get really rowdy about 8 o'clock in the morning. And so normally once the sun comes up, I go and lay on the couch because it's bright in our room. And so I'll go lay on the couch and I put cat TV on, and then the cats calm down. Well, they hit the TV, and play cat TV for probably like 30 minutes, and then they all fall back asleep. So we've got a pretty tight schedule here of how things work, So, but they're really, I can't complain about them. I complain about them a lot, but they really, all of them are great cats. So that's the cats. I hope you look forward to the cat series over on Facebook. Those will just probably be like, that won't be an everyday video. They'll be here and there, But me and Ellie filmed like 3 of them in the car, and we really enjoyed it. We really love talking about our cats. So goats. I made a video on YouTube today, obviously, answering a lot of frequently. Ooh, I'll pause. Bunny Mom just asked a really good question. How do you correct bad behavior in your cats? I have 2 that are about 4 months old, and I have 4 kittens about 2 months old, and recently one has been attacking the smaller ones. So attacking, it depends on what we're doing. Are we trying to establish dominance, or are we just being a jerk and we're seriously hurting other people? So Ellie Scruffs, I tend to be a pop on the butt kind of person. I don't pop them hard, but I do, if they're doing something bad enough that they get popped on the butt. Sorry, I'm just watching Daffodil, trying to make sure she's okay while she's like falling asleep. I don't know. It's different for every cat, honestly. We don't really, okay, this is gonna sound horrible, but I talked about this in a Facebook video. Yelling works. And I never yell like in their face. I never get in their face and yell at them, but like across the room. Now it's gonna echo, just a heads up there. I love that. So funny, the basket in the sink. I don't even know. I know I was washing it, but I don't know why I didn't just put it in the dishwasher. It's crazy around here, y'all. I realized I left that in there, and it looks funny. Yeah, so I kind of like, if Cup is getting into something, like trying to get into some food or something, I'll yell across the room like, Cup, what are you doing? Like, Cup, you need to stop. Or, Loveland, you need to get off the counter. Or, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. And they go off of the tone of my voice. They know when I'm messing around and when I'm not. We are, as much as I say our cats are naughty, they're not bad, Bad, we don't have a whole lot of bad behaviors. And if they do, they get scruffed and they do not like it. And Ellie is actually the one that scruffs and is like the serious, hey, you're in trouble if Dad has to get involved. I'm the one that kind of deals with the annoying behaviors, like, you get out of that, you don't need to be getting in that, and I just kind of shoo them away, or I holler and they across the room and they, they move around. So it's kind of, you have to know your cat. And the thing about cats is it's not like you can see, like, okay, let's say your cat peed outside of the litter box, right? And you see it but you don't know when they did it, okay? They're not like a dog where they know what they did is wrong. Cats normally don't care. And so you can't like pop them or scruff them, or I guess you could stick their nose in it like you would a dog, but it's just not really effective for cats like that. They don't, even 2 minutes after something happens, they don't remember or they don't care. So you just have to know your cats. I know Jackson Galaxy has some books, and he's the guy from My Cat from Hell. He's like the Caesar Milan for cats. He's really great, and he has a lot of really good advice. There are things we do that he wouldn't agree with, but we do what works for our cats, and our cats are very happy. So if the little one is picking on the older one, I think he's just being a jerk. He's trying to bite me, and he stops. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. Depending on age, and you just sometimes, yeah, cats who are usually litter trained don't go outside the litter box. That was just something I was thinking of. There was a little bit of time, about a year ago, I think. We were in the apartment still. Finnegan, I can't remember what happened. He was fine medically. There was nothing wrong. I remember he got disciplined for something, or I took something away from him, or something happened he did not like. I remember very distinctly I made him mad, and he went and took a poop just in the middle of the floor. And I've read that cats will do that. Cats are spiteful. So, sometimes that's kind of what I was referring to. But yeah, a lot of times if a cat's not using its litter box, they're trying to tell you they're either sick or something's not right with the litter box, all those kinds of things. But yeah, so moving back onto the goats. So I don't know the actual projected date of our girls. I know that September 9th is when Gus was first introduced to Tilly. That was the first girl he went after, and he was on her for probably a week or two. Ricardo, we haven't opened it yet. We've been so busy, but I do have it set aside with a bunch of other packages for us to open, and we will get to it. We are just so busy all the time, that we try to get everything done, but we don't always in one day, and we definitely try to prioritize our time just for us, not working or doing anything where we're just sitting on the couch relaxing with each other. So that's definitely something we try to do every night. But yeah, so I don't know the exact projected date for my girls, and I say my girls as in the fainters. I don't know. I honestly don't, because Gus was on. I didn't even know Gus had tagged Tilly. And by tagged, I mean got her pregnant. If you don't know, that's kind of a farm term. I had no idea that he had even been around and mounted Sissy, because I never saw him do it. Normally, when the girls are in heat, he hangs around certain males. The bucks tend to hang around quite a few girls. So I know that, like, Tilly for sure is probably around that Feb 9th date, which is tomorrow. So I don't know about the fainters. I do know they're all like around the same time. So like Sissy going into labor first kind of threw me for a loop. And I wonder if she delivered early, obviously with the Abbott situation, rest in peace, Abbott. There might have been some things going on. There must not have been enough room. I feel like she delivered early. I did not think Sissy would deliver first. I assumed Tilly, because he had been on Tilly for like a week. So, and I watched that very closely just to see, so I could kind of plan out. He didn't get on the fainters probably until like 2 weeks after I saw him with Tilly. So I don't know. At this point, it's a mystery. And something I've learned with goats, man, yes, it is supposed to be 5 months, right? You can plan it out to the day, to the T, right? They're going to deliver when they want to. If they want them babies out early, it's going to happen. Now, they don't literally decide. Their bodies do. But I've just learned you can predict it as much as you want. But goats, I will say it time and time again, with everything. Sickness, pregnancies, behavior, everything. Goats are wild cards. They are. They have you surprised at every single turn. Like, they can be totally fine one day and the next day they're on death's door because they're sick for some reason and their will to live is there. Or one day they can be completely nice to you and the next day they're knocking you down, you know? Goats can be the sweetest animals, but they are wild cards to a T. So I'm just going with the flow for these pregnancies. I know they're close. Tilly is huge. I expect Tilly to happen before any of my fainters, but I don't know. Poor Weta. I was looking at her milk sac today. It is huge. Like, it looks like it could pop. No, nothing like infection or mastitis or anything like that. It's just huge, which makes me wonder, how many multiples is she gonna have? And that's something else to talk about. You know, we're not gonna be able to keep every goat. A lot of people have, in response to the horses, I know Lester talked about them kind of moving soon. What are we gonna do? That does give us more room to rotate pastures with our goats, so we will be able to keep a few of the babies. We don't want to keep them all. I've tried to milk her, Lisa, and she does not want to be milked. And so I try not to push them. I know they're pregnant. I don't need to milk them. She's not showing any signs of anything wrong, you know. It's just huge, which makes me think, you know, how many are we going to have? So I don't know. Of course, you know, I know Lester and Jamie have Tilly. They've got everything covered. I actually don't know much about, I haven't watched the videos. I've been so busy about how the other three are doing. We haven't really talked about all of that yet. You know, we've all got our own baby situations going on right now, so it's very, very crazy. Everybody's crazy busy right now. Farm life is insanely busy, y'all. It really is. It doesn't stop. So yeah, I could have 12. So if I have 4 fainters that are pregnant, if they all throw 4, I could have 16 babies. If they all came out, if they all had 4 times 4, 16. So, okay, the Longhorn Lester's babies are doing well. I thought I glanced through the comments of that video and I saw someone talking about a vet and something like that, and I was like, could be vitamin something, and I was like, okay, I hope everything's okay. The thing with Abbott, I think he was just premature. I truly do. I'm hoping he was just premature and this isn't a bloodline issue, because if this is a bloodline issue, we're gonna have to keep watch. You know, Tilly's gonna have to be watched very closely, and I know she will be. And I'll have to watch ours very carefully, because if it is a bloodline issue and if he wasn't a preemie and it was just something like the bloodline's not good, then that's a problem. But I do not think that is the issue. I can say with, like, yeah, he wasn't developed from the inside. I think he was preemie and just wasn't developed enough. So I'm sure that's what it was, but I'm always thinking of worst case scenarios and thinking like 20 steps ahead, because that's just how I am. Of course, I'm still going to be watching my girls. I'm fully prepared knowing that Sissy threw 4. I'm fully prepared for, you know, any preemies. I'm hoping we don't. I don't want to have any preemies, because, ooh, she got rammed in the side before hard and it could have triggered it. Okay, that's very possible too. Yeah, I feel awful for Jamie, Lester, Stella, everyone over there who loved that baby goat. That's the hardest thing. I don't know if y'all... okay, hold on before I say this. Meerkat, can Gus Gus re-impregnate the mamas immediately? From my understanding and how it's worked for me, yes, technically, but they don't go into heat because they're milking. Of course, we are getting Gus fixed, so it will be okay. But no, he's not going to be able to get them pregnant immediately. So yeah, we're watching that situation very carefully. I'm actually going to have, me and Ellie are probably going to call Big Thicket tomorrow, see what they can do, because Gus is, I think he's going to have to be a surgery, if I'm being honest. I think his little apples are too big. Little apples are too big. What do you know? I think he's going to have to be a surgery. So I'm not sure. But keeping a watch on all of that. And in what I was saying was, I know how hard it is to lose a baby goat. If you don't know, when Elvis, my mom's goat, was born, he was born blind, and his sister, Presley, had neurological issues. She couldn't walk. She was paralyzed, and I ended up having to put her down at 2 weeks old. I had to make that decision. Well, my mom made me make the decision. My mom made me watch it, and I'm so thankful she did, because I was able to see that putting an animal down can be peaceful, and you finally get to see them at rest and no longer in pain. She would cry just from being in pain, and the doctors couldn't figure what was wrong with her. She was just too tiny. So, you know, I know what it's like to lose them. And then I lost Honeydew. I'm sure a lot of you remember Honeydew, Walter Mellon's sister. You know, she was just sickly and wasn't eating, and then we would go through a good patch of like a day or two of really good, and then we would go back to the vet and it would show she's doing horrible. And then I honestly thought we were gonna, her last vet visit, the day before she passed, because she passed in the morning, I honestly thought we were gonna have to go there, and I was gonna have to make the decision to put her down. But they were like, I can't find anything wrong with her. I know she's sick. These are the levels that are wrong, but there's nothing, like, I can't find anything. She's such a small baby, and I can't find anything wrong with her, you know, that I can test her for. And so she ended up, I think there was neurological issues. She ended up, if you don't know how she passed, she had seizures. And I didn't have any on video to show the vet. And they said, I told her, I think she's having seizures. And they're like, well, if she starts doing it again, come in tomorrow. And she ended up passing in the morning in my arms due to a seizure. So that one was very hard. I still have, Teresa, I still have all my my keys. I still have the keychain you sent me that has Honeydew's name on it. And I think it says, I don't know the exact verbiage for it, but it's like, Teresa, can you tell me exactly what it says? It's like, if it were for love, you would still be here, or something like that. So yeah, very cute. I still have that on my keys, and I look at it. Honeydew hit me hard, and then we had Hero right after that. So we are prepared. I don't necessarily have a nursery. We do things on the fly, but we are prepared. And there are 2 of us, and we are only managing 1 property, so we have more time than I know Lester and Jamie do, and we are very blessed for that. So we can make things happen very quickly. I'm hoping and praying that all goes well. I don't know. I'm excited. It's also nerve-wracking. Anytime you're having babies, it's nerve-wracking, but I didn't allow myself the feels with Abbott. Yeah, that, I mean, you can't not, when me and Ellie were talking about it, and the minute I saw him, and that Lester and Jamie texted us before, it was released the next day, but the night that he was born, they texted us and showed us, because of course we want to see Gus babies, and then he was showing us little Abbott before he had his name, and Jamie was telling me about his feet situation and all that. And I told Ellie, I was like, to me, I was also telling my mom about this morning. I was on FaceTime with her, and we were talking about it. And I'm on both sides of kind of like, I can kind of tell, like, I want to be able to say I would always do the right thing and know immediately, like, this baby doesn't have a chance. He's going to be in pain. You know, let's put him down. I didn't have Abbott. I didn't know Abbott. I didn't get to see Abbott. So and I wasn't following a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, we've been busy. I know he was a fighter. And I'd like to say I'm very intuitive with those things. You know, I knew with Hero that Hero would make it. I really thought that Honeydew would make it. Once Honeydew started having seizures, I knew she wasn't going to make it. But going through the experiences I have with goats and Presley and putting them down, I would like to say I know when to make that decision, but now working in the sanctuary, seeing cases like Journey, you know, who have odds against them but have that will to live the fight, Hero who could have died, Loveland who should have died, love my cat, me and Ellie's cat Loveland should have died. You know, she was decrepit. The only thing that kept her alive was her being on my heart, feeling my heartbeat. If you took her away from my heart, she would go limp. And then something about that, I don't know. And I know God, I'm going to say, works in mysterious ways, and He's here with us. So it's hard finding that balance of when do you know? When do you know it's an animal that you know has no chance? And I will say, with the little goat, I told Ellie his chances aren't good. And I believe Jamie said that too, like his chances do not look good. But you have to know the animal, and I've completely trust in Lester and Jamie's opinion that they examined him themselves, you know, they knew, you sense it. You can just tell. And that they made the decision that they thought was best for him, and that he had the fight, and he just couldn't do it. His body couldn't handle it. And so I feel awful for them, because I'm sure that was a contemplating decision, like what do we do, you know? Is he in pain? Is he not in pain? Do we try? Of course we always want to try, but at what point, and you have to decide at what point can the animal not handle it anymore? And that's always so incredibly hard, because I've always thought the hard part about putting animals down, and I'm not trying to sound sad or have a sad conversation, but for me, the hard part with it was always, I have to make that decision. You know, they can't verbally tell me, they can give me signs, they can tell me in their own way, and I can read off of that. But at the end of the day, I'm the one that has to sign the paper. I'm the one that has to decide that this is it. And that was always hard for me to come to terms with, even if it's the right thing, even if your animal is years old and they are just miserable every day, especially with Dixie's situation, you know what the right decision is, but it is so hard, so that was always my hard part with that. And then just trying to navigate that, it's very hard. It is very hard. And so my thoughts are with everyone over at Longhorn, Lester's, I know they've got like the biggest hole in their heart right now, because you could just tell in Jamie's lives that she was in love with that little guy. How could you not? And I know all of you could tell me that you tried to turn your feelings off and not get connected, but how can you not? When they're that cute and when they have such a sad story, such a hard start, it makes you love them even more, because you love the resilience and you love the fight, and it makes it that much sadder. So it was definitely a sad thing to hear this morning, and my thoughts are with everybody who's hurting from this, because it's not just us that hurt from this. It's not just Jamie and Lester that this is hurting. It's also y'all, because you love these animals just as much as we do. I know the losses that are hard for us are just as hard for you. So my thoughts are with all of you as well, and I pray that everybody is at least able to have some closure with it and know that he's in a good place and he's no longer in pain, and wherever he's at, he's fully developed and happy, jumping around with, if love could have saved you, you would have lived forever. Exactly, Teresa. If love could have saved you, you would have lived forever. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna cry. It's so sad. It's so sad. And it's hard with the little ones. It really is. It's our duty as stewards of creation to make the right decision. It's an honor and a privilege to love an animal and to ease the suffering in the end. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. That's so sad. It's so true, but It's so sad. It is so sad. It is an honor to be able to love an animal. To love an animal is a whole different kind of love. A lot of times I'm not gonna say every animal loves unconditionally, but most animals love unconditionally. So he's running all over the place with Journey. I hope he meets Honeydew. She was such a sweet girl. You know, Pebbles, Bam Bam, all the babies that made their journey over to a place free of pain. So, you know, that post made me cry too when she was singing You Are My Sunshine. I sing that to my babies too. I sing it, oh, it is so easy to fall in love with animals, y'all. It really is. How is Ziggy? Okay, I think in today's video somewhere I might have scared people with Ziggy. I think it was on Facebook. He does this thing where he lays down, and I was talking to people about how he doesn't swallow his food. He eats too fast. He has oyster shells to help him digest. He just eats too fast. Sometimes he gets the food stuck on the roof of his mouth and it annoys him. He opens his mouth, so I clean it. He just eats fast. He's fine. He eats so much so quickly that it gets bottled up in his throat, and I kind of have to help him ease it down. He's just special, y'all. He's a special little emu. I love him. He's my little bird. He's a big bird, though. I love all of my birds, I do. On the good news, though, actually, I should probably tell y'all this. I haven't talked about it because I was also really sad about it, but if we're going with bad news, we might as well talk about it. One of my chickens, Coconut, passed away. I woke up and she was passed. There was no foul play. I think she's always been kind of sickly. She just passed, but everybody else is fine. So that means I'm going to have to get another girl for Rocky. But that did happen. That one hit me hard. Coconut was my favorite chicken. Sorry, hey, but it did happen. So still working through that, but in that said, I have found that somebody that has some candy corn Polish chickens, and so here really soon we're gonna be getting chicks again. So I'm gonna get some candy corn Polish. I'm gonna get a buff laced. I'll probably get another silver laced. Yeah, I think those will be all the Polish I get. And then I'm going to throw probably some barnyard mixes in to get Rocky to 10. You know, for each rooster you want about 10. So I'll throw some barnyard mixes in there. I definitely want another Easter egger. I love Easter eggers, and I'm probably going to get an Easter egger from the same place that I got my mom's from because I love my mom's Easter egger. Her name's Crazen. So, yeah, we're going to have more chickens coming soon. We've got a big thing happening tomorrow. I don't know whose account it's gonna be on. Jamie is looking for chickens. Let me tell you, Jamie already messaged me. I don't know what she said about it, but she messaged me about an extremely rare, very hard to get breed of chicken. I'm not gonna say it because I don't know if she's talked about it. I don't want to ruin it. But she did get she messaged me. She's like, hey, do you know where I can find these? And I'm like, no. I was like, my mom has one, so if you know what breeds my mom has, there's maybe a little hint. I was like, my mom has, you know, one of those, but I don't know where to get them. I don't know where to get a lot of them. I know where to get like 1 or 2 adults of them, but I don't know where to get hen or hatching eggs or babies. So she already messaged, that was probably like 2 weeks ago that she messaged me about that, and I was like, she literally texted me. She's like, hey, chicken lady, and I was like, great to know. I'm the chicken lady now. I do know where to get birds. It's crazy. I'm in like 8 different Polish groups on Facebook. I have like 7 different people that I have constantly talking to about, hey, when are your Polish laying? Because I really want candy corn Polish, which is a project breed, the whole thing. If you know, you know. So there are some real funky looking chicken breeds. Yes, there are. My mom has, I think I got her 6 birds. She got 7. Have you seen those devil chickens? Is it a death layer? There's like there's the all black chickens that are like, even their insides are black. I don't remember how to say the name, so I'm not gonna try. Y'all have tried to tell me. I don't ever get it. There's those, but there's death layers. But I thought death layers were pretty. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head what a death layer looks like. They have horns. Are you joking? Or are you being serious? Am I like, I can't tell if you're joking or not. But there's one breed that I kind of want to just go buy and then just add it to my mom's flock because she thinks they're called naked neck chickens. Go look it up. I think they're so funny looking. They are literally naked necked. And my mom, I showed her a picture of them. And I know where to get them too. She goes, that is the ugliest chicken I've ever seen. And I was like, okay. Makes me really want to just throw it in with her flock. I feel like it'd be hilarious. But she might not enjoy that. So I don't know. The naked necks are really funny. Polish are a great breed. They look funny. Silkies are beautiful, but you have to get like breeder quality silkies, not like hatcheries. I think the breeder quality birds always look better than the hatcheries, but hey, I have hatchery birds, you know. So Teresa, death layers are beautiful. Are they beautiful? I have no idea what death layers look like. I want the ones that look like they have on big pants. Y'all are gonna have to send me pictures of these birds that you think are funny, because I tend to look at egg producers. So like I'm looking at Rhode Island Reds. I look at Isa Reds, Isa Browns, Isa Reds. I have some of them. I have 2 of them. Isa Brown, Isa Red, Cochins. I love me some Cochins. I love Orpingtons. What else do I like? Saramas are cute. What else do I like? There's some other breeds that I really like. Easter eggers, love Easter eggers. Their little puffy cheeks are so cute. Who else? Anything laced are really pretty. Okay, Daffy, it's okay, honey. I know you're dreaming. It's okay. It's okay, she's shaking. Daffy, it's okay. They're so asleep. But there are so many the naked neck chickens. Okay, Christy, my mom has one of those that you just said. The best egg layer that, I don't remember how many it says they lay a year, but my mom has, I accidentally got her like a collection of breeds that all produce like upwards of 200 a year. And I was like, that's great. You're going to have so many eggs. So we're just going to have so many eggs, but it's okay. You know, you can always sell the eggs and stuff, but she doesn't have a rooster. So she doesn't have any fertile eggs. These are just for eating eggs. A dragon chicken. I need to look up what a dragon chicken is. Send me all of these pictures of your chickens, and you know what? I might start looking for some. I don't want a third pen. I have a run for 2 chickens. I have Rocky's backyard mix, and I have my Polish pen. I always said I wanted silkies, but for my backyard pen, my backyard mix pen, which it's not technically a backyard mix. Their babies would be a mix, but they're not going to have babies. So like whatever, Rocky's a game rooster. I've got 1 Easter egger in there. I've got 2 is it Isa Brown or Isa Red? Whatever it is. What else do I have in there? There's another breed that I have in there, and I have no idea what it is. I got them so long ago, Rocky's girls. There's 2 of them, and I don't know what they are. but I just put random breeds in there. So like I need to get to 10, he needs 10 hens. So if there are any Isa Brown, Isa Red, I don't know. So if you have any funny breeds that you might want to see, mind you, you've seen my pen, my run situation, so you know what can fit. I can't have any of the really big ones, but if you see any chicken breeds that you want to see in our pen, I'm definitely willing to take suggestions. I'm going to get more an Easter egger again for Rocky's pen, but Isa Brown, okay. Buff Orpingtons are sweet too. So if there's anything you want to see for Rocky's happy little go lucky mix of a pen, send me pictures, let me know, and I will definitely start searching for them. If you also see some Polish colors that you think are cool, I've got them. I'm gonna have just about every color of Polish. So oh, cream, are they cream? Yeah, I have an Easter egger right now that lays blue eggs. So I already get blue eggs. I don't care about the colored eggs I get because I just don't. I really don't. I do like brown eggs though. Video on the Polish, please. I can do that maybe tomorrow. You think Nate is an Old English? Death layers? I might need to look into them. I know they're harder to get. Okay, can somebody tell me? I might get a hold, if I'm gonna have to get chicks, I might get a hold of one of the chickens that is all black, like the whole thing is, and when their meat, like their insides, are all black as well. I might get one of those because there are people here who sell them that I could get them from, their chicks. There is somebody near me who I actually gave one of my Polish roosters to a while back. She had a mosaic fibro mix, if you know what that is. But I think she got rid of all of her chicks, and I didn't buy one. I should have. Because I told her, I was like, oh, they're really pretty, but I have too many chickens right now. And then I never bought one. So yes, is it AM? How do we say it? Surnami? Samani? Sermani? Is it AM? I'll never get it right, y'all. I won't. Yeah, it's okay. I am Simani. Thank you, Lynette. I am Simani. Okay. I would like to have one of those. Y'all, this has turned into chicken talk. But y'all, I'm starving. I'm sure you can hear my tummy growling. I need to get some food. You're hatching them right now. Lucky, Christy. Lucky. But I need to get these girls, make sure they drink water, get them settled for the night, medicine and all that. I got some stuff to do this evening. Got to get prepped for tomorrow. So exciting. But yeah, thank y'all for joining my live. I feel bad I didn't go on Facebook because I don't have my computer in here. But I'll probably go live on Facebook sometime this weekend or something too. I am going to be very busy though. Tomorrow, got an Amber Alert. Tomorrow we have the big thing we're doing. Saturday I have a photo shoot with my friend who's a photographer for my birthday. We're doing like a leap year inspired photo shoot. And then we've got Super Bowl Sunday. And then I'm sure sometime soon, for those of you that are keeping up with my health journey, I did go and get the ultrasound on my thyroid. And so sometime soon, I think they got my stuff today. They said it'd take 1 or 2 business days to get back to my doctor. So I'm sure I'm going to hopefully I won't have to have an appointment about that, because if everything's good, he'll tell me over the phone. So hopefully no appointment needed, but yeah, so if you're following that journey too, we're trying to figure out what's wrong with me and the doctor, because I just got insurance. So it's like, whoop, whoop, let's go get everything figured out. But yeah, y'all, thanks for joining me and keeping me company. Thank you for loving and supporting all of the animals. I appreciate your prayers for Daffy and Little Bit. Definitely going to need to keep those coming while they heal. I will say hi to Ellie for all of you. He was watching earlier. He's probably not watching anymore. I doubt that. He's probably like, okay, she's going to go and ramble for hours, and he's at his mom's, so I doubt he's watching right now. But yeah, appreciate the prayers for Little Bit and Daffy. Keep them coming. Keep our girls, the goats, in mind too, because we might be having babies real soon. But yeah, y'all, I hope you'll have an amazing, amazing Thursday night. Thank you for everything. Teresa, I see your message, keeping that in mind. Oh, and Teresa, I also pulled that thing that you asked for, so that's all taken care of. But yeah, y'all, thanks so much for joining me and hanging out. I love and appreciate all of you, and I'll catch y'all next time with another video or live. Bye, friends.